The first time I worked on Christmas Eve night shift at my local rundown gas station wasn't by choice. Despite my general contempt for this holiday, having my manager upend my big plans just to sulk alone in my room irritated me immensely. I couldn't quit either. This job is helping me pay for college. Granted, a backroads gas station on Christmas Eve isn't exactly booming with customers and provides about as much solitude as my room, but disrupting that tradition left me in foul mood. Now 4 years later, scheduling myself for Christmas Eve or trading shifts with someone if I must has become my new tradition. I only feel compelled to write this down because this will be the last Christmas I'll be surrounding my cheap liquor, cigarettes, and boner pills. I'll be done with my civil engineering degree and leaving this town. As strange as this sounds, working this particular shift at this particularly dull, soul-sucking place will be what I miss most. I won't recount all of the Christmas Eves I've spent working the counter, but I'll tell you about this final one, and I think you'll understand why I observe this tradition. I settled in behind the counter, seat on the ancient stool, was waiting to become a workman's comp case at any moment. The afternoon shift guy, Andy, hadn't even been he hadn't even waited for me to get in at 10. Instead, he had left a note to get me up to speed on things in the store. Hey man, got a party I gotta go to. Fitter's clock. I glanced in the direction of the closet that barely passed for a bathroom and saw the trickle of water that was starting to escape from under the door. Merry Christmas to me, I guess. I played back the store's tape and saw Andy make his exit at 9:40 with a couple of tall cans of Bud Light poorly hidden under his jacket. I skimmed ahead through the tapes and, thankfully, no one else came in to have their way with an unattended store. Glanced at the time, 15 after, and then to the rapidly growing puddle at the other end of the store. I had enough time. I'll spare you the details of my battle with the porcelain monster, but I had worked up a mean sweat when I heard the bell attached to the front door jingle. My heart shot up in my throat. I thought I had lost track of time. I ripped my gloves off and rushed to get back to the counter. I slammed the door open, startling the homeless man that was fishing for change out of his coat in front of the counter. Maybe it was the panic look on my face, but the man didn't say anything. Just stared, black-jawed, and pointed to some cigarettes behind the counter. I wiped my brow and made my way to the register. I, I get some, apples? Mumbled the man. I grabbed the cancer sticks and placed them on the counter. $8.75, please. The man plunged his hands into the apparently endless pockets hidden within his coat and occasionally fished out a dime or two. I glanced back up to check the clock. 11:04. I only had 3 minutes. It's fine, man. Just take them, I said as I pushed the pack towards him and brushed the pile of change. Oh shit, really? Yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. God bless, said the man as he pocketed the pack and walked back out into the night. I sighed deeply and straightened my shirt. The clock ticked painfully slow. 11:05 began, which finally became 11:07. I swallowed deeply as the headlights materialized in the shadow of my face. No, slowly. The whole reason I made sure to work this particular shift was for this customer. I watched as the figure stepped out of the same station wagon as always and hustled to the front door to get out cold. "Merry Christmas, pal," said the man as he strode into the store, rubbing his hands together trying to get back some warmth. He wore the same jacket, same Santa hat, even the aftershave that wafted behind him was the same. As routine as this has become, I couldn't bring myself to change. I could only nod absently. He did the same circuit around the store that I knew by routine. He finally located what he had come in for and brought it to the counter. An 8-pack of AA batteries. Every year I tell myself to get batteries. And I buy them. But every year I forget. Chuckled the man. He could have waited till morning, I replied, but he paid no mind. "What do I owe you?" he asked as he slipped the wallet from his pocket. No, it never mattered what I said. This routine was set and all I could do was play along by selling him those damn batteries. $12, I mumbled. Wait, how much? Well, I guess that's the convenience fee for you. He handed over a $20 bill. As I popped open the cash drawer, the man waved his hand dismissively. "Don't worry about it. You have a Merry Christmas." He flashed a smile, then strode out of the store with a wave. I let out a shuddered breath. I hated what came next, but there was nothing I could do to change this either. I looked outside, and the station wagon was gone without a sound. It was never there. Right on cue, another light emerged from the darkness. Just one, this time. As it got closer, I could see the same station wagon approaching the store again. Well, same except that it looked like the station wagon had just rolled in from the wrecking yard. The driver's side headlight was gone, and the rest of the side was brutally smashed in. I guess even the frame of the car itself. When the driver's door groaned open, I brought my eyes down. I can never stand. The front door swung open again, but the scent that wafted in wasn't aftershave. It was gasoline and something metallic. From the edge of my vision, I could see a figure ambling past the counter on battered legs that couldn't possibly have supported his broken frame. He choked out the same sentence as before, but every tortured syllable was forced out with horrible effort. "Merry Christmas, Al." The tears started rolling and fell onto the grimy ground. I wiped my eyes with my sleeve, and when I could see again, the figure had returned. He set the same 8-pack of batteries on the counter, bringing his hand. I don't know how a hand so twisted and broken could hold anything, but it set the same batteries in the exact same spot. He made the same comment before asking the price. I told him. He choked out the same comments about the price and handed me a blood-streaked $20 bill. Trembling, I grabbed the bill and winced as he choked out for me to keep the change. He shambled out into the night, waving with the mangled arms. The tears had turned into deep, shuddering sobs now. I took deep breaths and found some semblance of composure again. We weren't done yet. I looked outside, and the smashed station was gone, as expected. No car emerged from the dark this time, just a figure that's silhouette became more and more defined as it grew closer to the gas station. The door swung in, and the withered husk of a body shuffled into its place. The rotting suit that draped him may have fit at one time, but it seemed to be swallowing him now. The voice he spoke with now was beyond hoarse, as if the words were forced through countless layers of sandpaper. They were nearly unintelligible. I gathered myself as the corpse shambled that familiar circuit breaker. This was my last chance to say what I needed to, but I was too scared to say for the last 4 years. I was so afraid I'd break whatever spell or magic or voodoo that made all of this possible. However, I knew I couldn't keep living in the past. The corpse wearing the suit we buried him in 10 years ago approached the counter and set down the batteries with the desiccated hand. He rasped out the same question. I didn't play my part this time. Why didn't you wait till in the morning, Dad? The corpse paid no mind to me and coughed out the same comment about the cost of convenience as he started to hand me a practically disintegrated $20 bill. We needed you, Dad. I fought through the sobs that were shaking me to my core. I miss you so much. The corpse said nothing, still waiting for me to take the bill from his hand. I can't put myself through this anymore. I wiped the tears away and stood up taller. I'm gonna build roads, safer ones, so other kids don't lose their dads to assholes who don't even stop after hitting someone. My father kept staring tirelessly at the bill I refused to take from his hand. I have to let you go, Dad. I closed my eyes, trying to hold back tears. When I opened my eyes again, the corpse was nowhere to be seen. It was just him, my dad, as he was that Christmas Eve. Santa hat and everything. He looked me right in my eyes, and a small grin turned from the corners of his mouth. Merry Christmas, son. Humbled for words, but none came to me. Could only stare as I cleared my throat. Tried to speak. I heard the bell on the door ring. I snapped my head towards the door and saw the homeless man from earlier step into the store timidly, almost with reverence. I turned back to where my dad was. He was gone. The only thing out of place being a pack of batteries on the counter. Hey, I saw you crying from out there. Gestured vaguely towards the parking lot. Are you okay, pal? Yeah. Yeah, I think I am. I was just talking to my dad. One last